Okay, picture this. Steam rising from a mug, that warmth spreading through your hands, that first sip, you know that feeling, right? The instant calm, that simple comfort. What is it about a warm drink, maybe hot chocolate, maybe tea, that just hits differently?
It really does. And it's more than just the liquid itself. It feels like a sensory anchor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A moment to just pause.
Yeah. Familiar.
Exactly. And what's fascinating, I think, is how this simple act resonates, like across cultures and history. And now modern science is actually starting to explain why it feels so good.
Right. And that's exactly our mission in this deep dive. We've pulled together a whole stack of sources looking at this feeling from angles you might not even expect.
Yeah.
History, psychology, brain science.
Mindfulness, too.
Mindfulness, yeah, even how it fits into creating those cozy spaces we all crave. We want to unpack why this humble cup offers such genuine comfort, such well-being in our often kind of frenetic world.
We're looking for those core insights, really.
Yeah.
Those nuggets of understanding about why a warm drink taps into these, fundamental human needs for safety, connection, and simply being present.
Okay, so where does this story even begin? Let's look at hot chocolate. This isn't some new trendy thing, right? We're talking ancient history here.
Oh, absolutely ancient. Think back to the Mayans and Aztecs, over 2,500 years ago. For them, cocoa wasn't just a beverage. It was a ceremonial elixir.
Wow.
Yeah, believed to have mystical properties central to rituals and spiritual life.
So definitely not just a sweet treat after dinner then.
No, far from it. It was often bitter, actually, sometimes flavored with chili or spices, and surprisingly frequently drunk cold.
Cool. And chili. My cozy image is slightly challenged right now.
Right? Quite a different experience from what we associate with comfort today.
So how did it evolve? How did it become the warm, sweet drink we crave on a cold day?
Well, that transformation really took off after it arrived in Europe, 16th century. The Spanish were the first to really embrace it, and they made a critical change. They added sugar and started drinking it hot.
Ah, okay. Heating it up and sweetening it. That sounds much more familiar.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And from Spain, it spread. By the 18th century, it was pretty popular in England, though still somewhat exclusive,
Right.
And the British added another key ingredient, milk. That made it smoother, richer, and frankly, much more palatable to European tastes.
The British making things creamy, that fits the stereotype.
Yeah.
And then came, the Industrial Revolution, chemical processes? How did that change things?
Oh, big time. The invention of cocoa powder in the 19th century was huge,
Yeah.
largely thanks to Dutch chemists like Coenraad van Houten.
Van Houten. That name's still on cocoa tins today.
Exactly. And his process for alkalizing the cocoa, making it less bitter, easier to prepare, that really paved the way for mass production. Then you have Joseph Fry creating the first solid chocolate bar you could really eat, not just drink. Henri Nestle developing milk chocolate using condensed milk. And Rodolphe Lindt perfecting things like conching to give chocolate that smooth, melt-in-your-mouth texture we love.
Wow. So centuries of refinement, from a bitter, cold, ceremonial drink to the smooth, warm indulgence we know. It's quite a journey.
It really is.
But knowing the history is one thing. Why does this simple act, holding and sipping a warm drink, why does it tap into such deep feelings of comfort now?
Yeah, that's where the science and psychology really shed some light. It's a fundamental comfort mechanism. I mean, think about the very first comforts we experience, right? Warmth, being held, nourishment. A warm drink sort of touches on all of those associations. It creates a sense of safety and security that can connect us, maybe subconsciously, to those early comforting experiences.
So it's not just the taste then, it's the whole package.
Absolutely. One source described it beautifully as a symphony for the senses. Just, close your eyes for a second and imagine it. The rich aroma rising from the cup before you even take a sip. The velvety texture as it crosses your tongue. The comforting warmth spreading not just through your hands holding the mug, but slowly throughout your body as you swallow.
Even the sounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even the gentle sounds of preparing it. The water heating, the stirring.
A clink of the spoon, the gentle pour. Yeah.
All this sensory input, it kind of bypasses complex thought and speaks directly to our emotional centers, doesn't it? Triggering feelings of joy, contentment, safety, and there's actual brain chemistry involved here too.
Okay, tell me about the brain part. How does warmth connect to comfort in our heads? Is it wired in?
It kind of is, actually. Physical warmth is processed in a brain region called the insula. And this same region also processes emotional warmth and social connection.
No way.
Yeah, it's like our brains are wired to link feeling physically warm with feeling emotionally safe and connected,
That makes so much sense. It's not just a metaphor then.
Right. There was this fascinating study where participants who briefly held a warm cup actually saw other people as having warmer personalities, more open, more trustworthy.
Compared to holding a cold cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Compared to those who held a cold cup. It really suggests why sharing a warm drink might be such a natural way to build rapport or just have a relaxed conversation.
It literally helps you warm up to someone. Amazing. And what about the specific ingredients? Does cocoa itself play a role beyond just the taste?
It does. Cocoa contains something called theobromine. It's a mild stimulant, but unlike caffeine, it tends to promote the release of serotonin and endorphins, those feel-good neurotransmitters.
The good stuff.
The good stuff, yeah. But without the jitters or anxiety that high caffeine can sometimes cause. It gives you a lift, a sense of well-being, but gently.
A gentle mood boost in a mug. I like that. And tea, we always hear that tea helps calm you down. Is there actually anything to that?
Well, studies have definitely explored this. One piece we looked at mentioned research where participants who drank tea after a stressful task actually showed a decrease in anxiety levels.
A decrease?
Yeah, whereas a group who just had water saw an increase in anxiety after the same task.
Wow, a decrease versus an increase. That's a pretty striking difference.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, like with any single study, researchers point out limitations, sample size, specific conditions, so we should see it as maybe a strong hypothesis rather than the absolute final word.
Sure.
But the idea that the combination of the warmth, the ritual, and potentially compounds in the tea could help you return to a more relaxed state. Maybe even more relaxed than before the stressor. That's very compelling.
And physically, warm liquids do something beneficial too, don't they? Like relaxing muscles.
They do. Warm liquids can help dilate blood vessels, which improves circulation. And this has a direct physical relaxing effect on muscles. It contributes to that feeling, that sigh of relief that often comes with the first satisfying sip.
Yeah, that involuntary sigh. So it's this incredible blend then. History, sensory experience, brain chemistry, physical effects. It truly is more than just a drink.
It absolutely is. And because it's so accessible, it's something we can consciously use. Preparing and drinking a warm beverage can become a simple but really powerful tool for mindfulness and self-care.
How so? How does my morning cup of tea or, an evening hot chocolate become a mindfulness practice? Seems a bit simple.
It's all about shifting from just rushing through it to fully engaging with the experience. It grounds you in the present moment. One source we look at outlined this beautiful exercise for it. Really simple, but it can be transformative.
Okay, let's try it mentally. Walk us through it.
Okay, so imagine holding the cup in your hands. Really feel the warmth transferring to your skin. Notice the texture of the mug itself. Is it smooth, rough?
Okay, got it.
Now, bring the cup closer to your face. Take a slow, deep breath and just inhale the aroma. Notice the steam, maybe the sensation in your nostrils.
Yeah, you instantly feel more present just doing that.
Exactly. Now, bring the cup to your lips, but don't sip yet. Just place your lips on the edge, feel the material of the cup, the warmth. Hold it there for just, say, 5 or 10 seconds. Just notice that sensation.
Building that gentle anticipation, I like that.
Yes. Then take a small sip. But here's the key bit. Don't swallow right away. Hold the liquid in your mouth for maybe 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Let it coat your tongue. Notice the texture. Is it smooth, thick, light? The temperature, the different layers of taste. Where on your tongue do you notice the sweetness or the bitterness or the richness?
Wow, 30 seconds. That's ages longer than I ever would normally. You'd pick up so many more nuances doing that.
You truly would. It forces you to slow down, to pay attention. Then, when you're ready, swallow. Try to follow the sensation as it travels down your throat. And then you can drink the rest of the cup mindfully, bringing that same kind of attention to each sip.
And what about afterwards? Is there a reflection part?
Yeah, just sit for a moment after you're done. Reflect on how that felt compared to how you usually drink it. Maybe rushed. Did you notice more? Did it feel different? This kind of practice, it helps quiet the mental chatter. Gives you space from worries or discomfort by anchoring you right there in the physical reality of that moment.
Using the drink as an anchor. I love that. And it fits perfectly into creating those moments of peace, those cozy spaces we talked about.
Absolutely. A steaming mug is practically an icon of coziness, isn't it? As one source noted, creating a cozy home isn't really about spending lots of money or trying to make everything perfect. It's more about intention.
Right.
Simple touches, imagination, and finding joy in everyday things.
Like soft blankets, warm lighting, maybe good smells.
Exactly. Textures, colors, scents, sounds, they all contribute to that atmosphere. And a warm drink in your hands is definitely listed as one of those small, intentional details that signals warmth and welcome. It helps transform a space into a haven, a place of safety and rest. Whether you're curled up on the sofa or maybe even sitting outside with a blanket on a cool evening.
It's about infusing your environment with that sensory comfort. And these moments, they aren't always solitary, are they? They often involve connection with other people.
Oh, they really do. Warm drinks are incredible social catalysts. They're such a simple gesture of hospitality, a way to say, come in, sit down, let's connect.
Breaking the ice with something warm and familiar makes sense.
Exactly. Think of family gatherings or catching up with a friend, even meeting someone new. Offering a warm drink is almost a universal sign of welcome. And remember that study about tea and stress?
Yeah.
The researchers also noticed something else. The tea drinking group, they chatted more, they built better rapport than the group who just had water. It was like the tea actually catalyzed conversation.
Catalyzed conversation. That's such a perfect way to put it. It creates this shared, comfortable experience, doesn't it?
It really does. And that links right back to the oxytocin we mentioned earlier, that cuddle hormone, linked to bonding and trust. Sharing a warm drink quite literally seems to encourage connection.
And this cultural significance, it's reflected all over the world too, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You see beautiful rituals and variations everywhere, like the famously thick, almost pudding-like Italian chocolate calda,
Oh, I've heard of that.
or the spicy corn-based Mexican champurrado, often enjoyed for breakfast or on cold nights. And in Colombia, there's chocolate santafereño, which is traditionally served with a piece of cheese dropped right into the mug to melt.
Cheese in hot chocolate.
Yep. There's even a saying, chocolate sin quesos es como amor sin beso. Chocolate without cheese is like love without a kiss.
Chocolate without cheese is like love without a kiss. Okay, that one definitely sticks with you. It really underscores how deep this connection runs. We also see warm drinks used as symbols in stories and art, right?
Yeah, they become this cultural shorthand for comfort or transformation or just simple joy. Think of Scrooge offering hot chocolate in A Christmas Carol. It's a symbol of his changed heart, isn't it?
Totally.
Or that scene in the Polar Express where the serving of hot chocolate is just pure magical wonder. Even classic art, like Renoir's painting, The Cup of Chocolate, it captures that simple, pleasurable moment.
They really are icons of comfort and connection across time and culture. And the beauty is, while they have this rich history and deep science behind them, they're incredibly accessible to actually make.
Yeah, for hot chocolate, the basics are super simple. Good quality cocoa powder, sugar, maybe a pinch of salt, heated with milk. Some people add a splash of vanilla. Some prefer starting with water to dissolve the cocoa, then adding milk, or even using half and half for extra richness.
Yeah.
Lots of variations.
Simple ingredients, powerful results. And making it yourself, that adds to that intentionality, that mindfulness we were talking about earlier.
It absolutely can. Plus, it has very little caffeine, especially cocoa compared to coffee or even some teas. So it's a comfort that's unlikely to keep you up at night.
Good point.
And you can always elevate the simple act with garnishes, marshmallows, whipped cream, a sprinkle of cinnamon, maybe a candy cane around the holidays.
Or, perhaps a little splash of something else for the grown-ups.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's something satisfying about making it just the way you like it.
That sense of personal crafting, yeah, that adds another layer to the comfort. It's tailored just for you. So, okay, wrapping all this up then. The comfort we find in a warm drink, it isn't just some random preference or, just a habit we fall into.
Not at all. It's clearly rooted in thousands of years of history as a significant, even sacred beverage sometimes. It's supported by modern brain science, linking physical warmth to emotional connection, releasing those feel-good hormones.
Right.
It enhances social bonding. It can serve as the really practical tool for mindfulness and self-care. And it's a key ingredient in crafting environments that just feel safe and cozy.
It's a powerful icon of simple joys, really, offering significant psychological comfort and emotional well-being in a world that often feels anything but simple.
It really reminds us, I think, that profound moments of solace can be found in the most accessible, everyday acts.
So here's maybe something to carry with you from this deep dive. The next time you reach for, or maybe prepare, a warm drink, don't just, gulp it down. Can you pause? Can you use that moment in your hands as a deliberate invitation to be present, to connect with your senses, or even to share a quiet moment with someone else.
Yeah, can this simple act truly shift your state, even just for a moment? Notice the warmth, the aroma, the taste. Notice the feeling it creates inside you.
See what layers of comfort and connection might just unfold in that seemingly simple cup.